Hey folks. So, I'm making a video today because Paisley and Davey helped me research this stuff. Oh yeah. We have taken and rated the top 20 emo kids of history. This could be current history or like way back in the day history. And I'm also going to show you pictures that I drew, mostly for Paisley and Davey. There's a little bit here. I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. When the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass on when I come home. I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. If I grow, and well, I know I'm gonna be oh yeah. I have nothing better to do with my life. I work and I water glass is empty. Oh no! Alright then. I can't get enough dance tonight. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, so the top 20 emo kids of history. We're going to start with 20 and work our way down to 1, and trust me, 1 is freaking amazing. Okay. So 20 is Jane Austen, because she wrote all of these books about how she was so in love with the idea of being in love and then never ever got married and died alone. Anne Boleyn to cutting to a whole nother level. She just went and got beheaded. So, there we go. Number 19, got Anne Boleyn. 18 is Hart Crane, whom, despite his success, was so depressed that he jumped from a cruise ship. His last words were, "Goodbye, everybody." And his body was thrown out. 17 is Virginia Woolf, who, because she thought she was going crazy, filled her pockets with stones and jumped into a river. And 16, even though he's a literary character, we thought he was probably the most emo literary character ever. So at number 16 we have Romeo. Shakespeare for the win. 15 was Charles Dickens, because he wrote Great Expectations and Tale of Two Cities, and if those aren't depressing and emo, then nothing is, so he's on my list. 14 is a newscaster named Chris Chubbuck. I think I'm saying that right. She announced that in keeping up with her TV station's something, I can't even remember the word right now. Anyway, that she was going to give them another first, and she shot herself. Number 13 is Mary Shelley, who wrote this fantastic book called Frankenstein's Monster. Well, Frankenstein. Who actually knows what the real title of them? Davey, what's the real title of that book? Comments. There you go. Yeah. So Mary Shelley for writing such a depressing book. Number 12 is, I think it's pronounced Vachel, or Vachel, possibly Vachel Linsay. He was apparently very paranoid, as well as sadistic in wanting to kill himself, because his last words were, "They tried to get me, I got them first," and then he drank lights.
as if you just woke up.
Number 11
You said,
is Sylvia Plath.
this is the first
Or
day
Plath.
of my life.
I don't know.
But I didn't die before.
She was a poet who, after setting up breakfast for her 2 small children who weren't even old enough to feed themselves, folded up a towel and stuck it in the oven for a pillow, and then stuck her head in the oven and gassed herself to death. Yeah.
These things there's no telling.
10 is Charlotte Bronte, who wrote depressing books, and even after her cheerful childhood, ended up really depressed. Girl. Number 9 is Emily Dickenson, because she had this whole long depression phase. 8. I'll let her go. 8 is Vincent Van Gogh for cutting off his ear because he was rejected. Oh yeah, that's not emo. I don't know what is. 7 is Edgar Allan Poe. No explanation needed. 6 is... I really don't know how to say this. I really don't. Well, the first 2 I do, but his last name... really don't know how to say it. Yeah. Rainier Maria Rilke. I'm leaving it at that. If you don't know who he is, look up his poetry. It is actually pretty amazing. It's very scary, very depressing, very, very emo. Number 5. Chatterton. He poisoned himself because of his lack of success and subsequently became famous. Yeah, there you go. 4 is Leo Tolstoy, who decided his life was not worth anything and gave away his entire fortune and froze to death on the streets a couple nights later. Number 3 is John O'Brien, who committed suicide after selling movie rights to his autobiographical novel. Turns out the book was a suicide note.
I'm taking the
scary.
books that I own and I'm chopping and boiling soup from stone.
Sorry. The idea. Oh, never mind. Number 2, the entire country of Hungary. This is because they have a national suicide anthem. Yeah. Bonus points, Hungary. Bonus points. Number 1. His name is Sergei Esenin. And he slit his own wrists, wrote his suicide note in his blood, and then hung himself. It's inspired. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna go, that's the way to do it. Yeah. Oh, and this is just a little throw-in because Paizle really wanted this Jesus. For some reason, Paizle really wanted Jesus to be emo. So, there you go. I love you, Dad Girl. Yep. Those are my top 20 emo kids. Alright. Get your hair out of my mouth. Say goodnight, Katie.
Good night.
Say it like you mean it. Just be like,